Heartstopper 2 is now streaming, and the behind-the-scenes secrets that went into the making of this romantic season look even more fascinating. The filming for Heartstopper 2 started in September 2022, and it's been a joyful ride. Many of the cast members from the previous season were more than happy to return on set as they were all present to reprise their roles. The cast and crew officially started the production of Heartstopper 2 by reading the scripts and learning their lines, which was an absolute success. However, filming also wrapped up less than 3 months after filming began, meaning post-production followed right after, making the show now available for viewing. A behind-the-scenes image of Joe Locke, Kit Connor, and the show's creator, Alice Oseman, was used to celebrate the success of the show's filming production. The making of Heartstopper 2 revealed that everything stays the same regarding the tone and warmth of the show, but then the making showed a massive growth in Charlie and Nick's love story and that of their friends. The first thing you should know about the making of Heartstopper 2 is that Paris is one of the most important locations in the show, where almost everything went down. Being a city of love itself, Paris has a lot to do with Charlie and Nick's feelings for each other and the challenges that come with it. In one of the clips from Paris, Charlie and Nick can be seen holding hands and wearing their comic characters' clothes. The trip to Paris is Kit Connor's best moment in making the season, as he had to learn to speak French for that purpose.
The second thing that I'm really excited for my character to speak French, because it's just going to be really offensive to French people.
Est-ce que je pourrais avoir deux bulles de glace au chocolat, s'il vous plaît?
While speaking on their favorite scenes in Heartstopper 2, Joe Locke was shocked to find out they weren't alone in the Louvre after getting to preview the show because the making was entirely different.
When we went to the Louvre, there was no one there because it was closed. And then watching it, there's all these fake people. Were they like fake people or did they like clean plate them?
So, you should know that in the making of Heartstopper 2, the only people being filmed are Joe, Kit, and the security guard in this isolated scene. And the crazy thing is that the show's director, Euros Lyn, plays the security man. The Paris scenes were among the most lovely scenes this season, but Joe and Kit felt differently while making it.
And we were meant to run into this metro and there were loads of people staring at us. And on Heartstopper, we weren't really used to shooting anywhere where there were like people watching.
And the Paris scenes were one of the most difficult for the cast to film, and that's because it took them out of their comfort zones to a completely different place in a busy location. Funny enough, the scenes at the Louvre ended up being the ones that Kit, Joe, and Bash Sebastian, who plays Ben, looked forward to the most. It was something else for Corinna Brown, who plays Tara, and Kizzy Edgell, who portrays Darcy.
For me, it's definitely Tara's birthday.
I was about to say that too.
I'm so biased.
I'm so excited. It was such a fun scene. There were sweets everywhere.
Aside from the fun aspect of Tara's birthday party, it was essential for Nick and Charlie, as it was the first time they came out to a large group about their relationship. Before Heartstopper 2 started streaming, the show's cast showed fans what to expect in some tremendous behind-the-scenes shots. Heartstopper 2 had to deal with many issues as many sensitive topics were shed light on, which makes it such a beautiful outcome. While filming the show, however, the cast already warned us.
We might expect Imogen to start taking care of herself a bit more and put herself above boys.
Imogen had one of the most challenging moments in the show, especially in her experience of dating Ben. As the actress Rhea Norwood said, Imogen put herself above everything else. Also, Elle went through a very fantastic transformation that every viewer noticed.
I would say Elle is different in the sense that she's more confident. She surrounds herself with people that elevate her.
She became confident in her artwork and in expressing her feelings, which brought colorful vibes to the season, especially with her beautiful dresses. Just like the story and plot of the show became more mature and relatable in season 2, the cast also got to bond well with one another while making the season. And because the cast members became such cool friends on set, they became more comfortable and found it hard to get their act together sometimes.
There were certain points where we were doing scenes and our main objective was to make the other person laugh. There's one scene in the show that has made it in.
Aside from the dark and uneasy topics like eating struggles, friendship issues, and family drama, viewers also saw some fantastic and annoying new characters join the show, and they get to introduce themselves behind the scenes. Mr. Farouk is one of the most stern and no-nonsense teachers at Truham High, but he can also be excellent. However, the cast himself, Nima Talagani, describes his character even better.
The eyebrow raise,
Nice.
steam coming out the nose,
Nice.
and the love-struck eyes. Boom.
David is Nick's annoying and insensitive brother in the show, and he manages to frustrate Nick's life and his relationship. Interestingly, the cast who plays the role, Jack Barton, would rather play a different character than David.
I think I'd have to play my brother. It'd be nice to not be an absolute arse.
In season 1, Nick and Charlie were mainly the only ones whose love story got an expansion. But with season 2, every one of their friends got to have their own screen time to explain what makes them different. And before the latest season started to stream, Netflix already teased them all getting their love moments in the show. Nick and Charlie grew over so many toxic and damaging attempts to pull them down in season 2, and there's a particular moment where they talked about the pressure of coming out.
I want you to come out when and how you want to.
And this speaks directly to the fans, who also forced the cast to out themselves. So the crazy thing about the making of Heartstopper 2 is that the show involves everyone and has loaded messages for the viewers. Many of the characters in the show always look forward to the closing time when Truant boys and Higgs girls step out of their schools and meet up. And this moment is primarily special for Tao and Elle because they would get to see and talk again, and the wide angle to these scenes get filmed like this. You can already tell that the set of Heartstopper 2 is such a fun one, as the official look into the season shows some exciting and different forms of expressions that went on in the show. One of the pictures shows Ella and Tao seeing a movie together and having their first official date. Ella and Tao had a rough moment starting from that scene, but it's a beautiful image to see as friends become more. Darcy and Tara also faced challenges even if they were already out and clearly in love with themselves. It even got worse while they were in Paris, and this beautiful image of them in Paris clearly shows them both having different experiences from their expressions. One of the cool things about Ella this season is that she got to expand and make more friends. And this behind the scenes shot perfectly explains Ella getting along with others who feel just like she does. Ben remained annoying, but he certainly made up for it even though it wasn't enough. And well, Ben's stare can hardly tell what he was going through in this picture. Sahar is one of the new characters fans would be seeing more of in the show, and her look behind the scenes show the cast being happy and supportive as usual. In this season, fans learned more about what it means to be aromatic with the help of James, who made Isaac know more about himself and how love can be expressed differently. And these two look like best friends even behind the scenes. The teachers Mr. Ajayi and Farouk are also some of the biggest highlights of season 2, and their look behind the scenes shows them doing their job as teachers while pressing down an even bigger feeling that draws them both together. Nick's dad shocked almost everyone, especially with his reactions to Nick being bisexual, and of course, the cast, Thibaut de Montalembert, looks great and happy on set. Tori was just herself this season, threatening anyone who dared to hurt her brother, Charlie. And even behind the scenes, the cast, Jenny Walser, keeps to the lonely character. What do you think about these best behind the scene moments with the cast of Heartstopper 2? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching.